Good afternoon, everyone. Again, my name is Deputy Chief Nicole Chapdelaine, and I'm in charge of our Investigations and Support Services Bureau with the Edmonton Police Service. So happy to be here today with everyone and with our partners and some of the team here to talk about a significant investigation that was led by the Edmonton Drug and Gang Enforcement Section. Inspector Darren Gordon will come up a little bit later. We'll take you through some of the details of this file. But I want to start by acknowledging all the hard work that went into it. So for more than a year, our EDGE unit members worked tirelessly to help stop organized crime from setting up in our city and bring those responsible to justice. That means long days, unpredictable hours, lots of travel, and coordinating with law enforcement across multiple jurisdictions. More than 200 officers were involved in this operation. Our partnerships, including our partners with the RCMP, helped make it possible for us to stand here today and to talk about our actions that have led to our communities being safer. I'd like to really thank our EDGE leadership and its membership, our partners, and let them all know how proud we are about how they dismantled this criminal organization, sending a message that they are not welcome here in our city, and their attempts to endanger our city will not be tolerated. With that, I'd like to thank you all for coming again today, and I'll pass things over to RCMP Chief Superintendent Alan Lai.
Thank you, Deputy Chief. Good afternoon. On behalf of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, I'd like to thank you all for joining us. My name is Chief Superintendent Alan Lai. I'm the Deputy Regional Commander for the RCMP in the Northwest Region. Crime today is not confined by borders, jurisdictions, or sectors. It moves quickly, adapts rapidly, and exploits every gap it can find. Project Ghostwriter is another investigation that highlights how the collaboration and the sharing of information between the RCMP and the Edmonton Police Service can disrupt and dismantle these criminal networks operating in our communities. By working together, we can strengthen investigations, coordinate efforts, and ensure our resources are directed where they will have the greatest impact. With that, I conclude my remarks. I would like to invite Inspector Darren Gordon to the podium to share further details on the investigation and the important work that has been carried out. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Inspector Darren Gordon with the Edmonton Police Service Organized Crime Branch. Thank you all for being here today. We want to take this opportunity to inform you of a significant investigation that was initiated by the Edmonton Drug and Gang Enforcement Unit in October of 2024. It involved the establishment of the One Order Motorcycle Club in the city of Edmonton. Now, this is a group that already has established chapters in eastern parts of our country. They're a club that identifies themselves as one percenters, and they're aligned with the Hells Angels. Now, the term one percenter is used by some of these clubs to identify themselves as being part of the 1% of the motorcycle culture that does not adhere to the law. So based upon information that is known from the clubs that already exist in the eastern parts of the country, we assess that the presence of this club in Edmonton would pose a threat to our city. These are criminal organizations that are associated with trafficking in firearms and in drugs to the detriment of the safety of our communities. So EDGE members conducted a thorough year-long investigation into this group, which culminated into a very complex arrest operation. Numerous individuals were identified to be arrested and numerous search warrants to be executed. Arrest sites were identified within the city of Edmonton and our surrounding communities and in the province of British Columbia. So in collaboration with and assistance from our law enforcement partners, RCMP Federal Policing Northwest Region, ALERT, RCMP Combined Forces Special Enforcement Unit British Columbia, we were able to successfully execute an arrest plan on September 23rd. As stated, 200 officers were involved in that operation that day, which ultimately resulted in 19 individuals being arrested, including one full patch member of the Hells Angels, and numerous search warrants being executed. Now, the search warrants were able to obtain some notable seizures. There was 20 firearms seized and over 6,000 rounds of ammunition, over $100,000 in cash, a steroid pill press lab with over 82,000 pills. There were over 240,000 contraband cigarettes and over 9,000 contraband cigars that were seized. There were 2 body armor vests, 2 stolen trucks, and a utility trailer. Now, to date, 7 individuals have been charged with firearms and criminal organization offenses. Those individuals are Andrew Hilton, 58 years of age, Brady Wilhelm, 35 years of age, Robert Walsh, 47 years of age, Cheyenne Runcie, 36 years of age, Mark Kennedy, 28 years of age, Kevin Moffat, 34 years of age, and Michael Hansen, 45 years of age. Now, additional charges are expected to be brought forward against those that have been arrested as part of this, as the investigators continue to sort through all of the evidence that they have seized from this. Now, dismantling this organized crime group at a local level will have an impact on similar groups across the country. Our investigators have been able to obtain evidence that will support identifying the One Order Motorcycle Club as being a criminal organization under Canadian law. We will work with other law enforcement agencies, provide them with information and intelligence to assist them in any investigations they're conducting into the One Order Motorcycle Club and firearms trafficking in our country. I do want to take the time here to thank our EDGE investigators for all of their dedication, for their expertise, and for their teamwork, and to our law enforcement partners for all the valuable assistance that they provided us in bringing this to a successful conclusion. Keeping drugs, guns, and organized crime out of our community is a priority for all of us up here, and we will continue to work together to ensure we enhance public safety. Having all of you here to learn about successful investigations like this and report on it to our communities helps assure those communities of the continued efforts that all of the law enforcement agencies here are placing into combating organized crime, that we will all continue to work together to do so. So again, thank you for your time here today. We'd be happy to take some questions from you, but please understand we will not be able to answer any questions in relation to police tactics that were utilized during the course of this investigation. Any questions? Tell you what, I'm going to introduce Staff Sergeant Marco Antonio. He is the head of our Edmonton Drug and Gang Enforcement Unit. He can provide a more insightful answer to that question than I can, so I'll just step aside for Marco.
Hello. There was a bunch of questions in there. Let's start from the top. What was the first one? Okay, I can say everyone right now is released on conditions of those that were listed. Those with criminal records, not all of them had a criminal record. Some did, some didn't. Not all of them were from Edmonton. I think in the actual media release that we're putting out actually details where they were from. There was one individual from Alberta Beach, one was from Ardrossan, one was from Sherwood Park, and there was a couple others in there that were from Edmonton. And was that everything else you were interested in? Okay, got it. Yes, they've been all forensically analyzed. Oh, no, they have not. Those are all legitimate firearms. Right now, so they are well established in Eastern Canada. They have chapters in Peel, Toronto, Ontario, and in Halifax. So they were starting to move here. So they were in the process of starting to set up. and I think they were in the initial kind of phases when this investigation began. Western Canada, I'm not sure, and we can confirm that and get back to you. But I believe they were starting to move out west. No, they were executed all over. We executed in Sherwood Park, in Ardrossan, in Edmonton, Alberta Beach, and in British Columbia and Kelowna. So, and it was all done simultaneously in the morning of the 23rd. Yes?
So these gangs in general, not the specific one, they have travelers, as you mentioned, you know, some of them they have travelers in Edmonton or Alberta. I'll talk about not the specific one.
Okay.
All those groups, gangs. Any message to the public in terms of like, if they see it, if they see those groups on the streets, what to be aware of?
Well, again, like motorcycle enthusiasts, they're out there. They're not all involved in criminality, obviously. So it's, you know, if you see anything suspicious, if there's anything of concern, they can report it to us and we can assess on its merits of what exactly is going on. And it's our job to investigate. So I would encourage if anybody sees anything suspicious, please call the police and report anything that they think would be of concern. I wouldn't have that off the top of my head, but I could get you that afterwards. That was displayed in their clubhouse in West Edmonton. Correct.
More questions? No? Is it identified as a clubhouse? You rode past it, but you know what it was, or was it sort of like
No, actually, it was very indescript, so you wouldn't know unless you were intimate with them.
You see a lot of stuff on the table here. What's the street value?
Street value. I can tell you just off the top of my head, the steroid production with the vials and the pills, conservative estimate probably around $1 million. This is just a fraction of what was seized. Obviously, we need way more tables to lay out all the vests and everything, and the steroid operation was quite extensive. So yeah, just off on the drug side of it, I would say probably around $1 million. And then as far as the firearms values, depends. It is out there, but you know, our focus is like fentanyl and the synthetic opioids, but we do come across this from time to time. It is out there. I'd have to get back to you on if any of those firearms were actually confirmed stolen. A lot of them had defaced serial numbers, so there was forensic work that needed to be done, and also tracing to determine where they originated from. And we're working with partner agencies on potential investigation into that. Well, the drug production charge has yet to be laid. There will be more criminal organization charges that will likely come, and some firearms possession as well that were from a couple of the guns that we recovered in the search warrant executions.
Have there been other arrests like this, or operations like this by law enforcement in recent years?
I'm sure there have been. On the scale, I don't think this was a big lift for the Edmonton Police Service, and thank you for the RCMP support. We wouldn't have been able to do it without them. This was a lot of officers to actually pull this off. In 45 minutes, we had, I believe, 7 of them under arrest. So it went off seamlessly, but it was just through the sheer manpower that we had coordinated.
How many of those were DPS?
Oh, lots. I couldn't give you an exact number. Yeah, well over 100, I would say, probably well over half to 2/3, probably.